Good morning, y'all. Marlene Bush, Stitching at the Lake. I am so excited that y'all came to see me. If you're coming back, thank you. If you're new, thank you. I've had a good week, and I'm going to make I hope it's going to be a pretty quick video because I don't have much time, and I am going to be going out of town, so I don't know exactly when I'll get to make the next one. But there are a few things I wanted to tell you about. Today is Tuesday, August the 6th. I always look outside, double checking behind myself, I suppose. It is hot here in Arkansas. I went to the post office about 10 o'clock and it was 91. By the time I got home from there, it was 95. I won't be surprised if this isn't our first 100-degree day. I didn't look at the weather, so I don't know if they're going to say that's what's going to happen or not. But anyway, it's blazing hot and the humidity's terrible. But it's summertime, and it is August the 6th, which means there's just 3 more weeks in August, and then September will be here. And September says fall to me, even though it may be hot in Arkansas through September. I know it's cooling off somewhere in the United States. Anyway, my husband and I went to Branson last week. We left on Wednesday, came home on Sunday, had a good time. We didn't do much. We didn't go to any shows this time. We went out to eat at night. We went shopping. I might have gone a little overboard on the end of summer sandal sales, but I did have several pairs of sandals that needed to be retired, so I did that. For each pair that I brought in, a pair went out. And let's see, what else did I do? I went to Cecilia's, and I'll show you a couple of things that I got there. Went down to Quilts and Quilts, which is a wonderful quilt shop if you've not been there. It's huge. It has a really nice wool section. I even bought a wool kit, and I haven't bought a wool kit in forever. I've been having so much trouble, with my arthritis, with joints and stuff like that in my hands. But right now, I've changed my diet, and I think it's helping, and my hands are better. And actually, that's the best I've been able to close that hand since I had surgery a couple of years ago. That's not great, but because those fingers, this one in particular, it just doesn't want to move just right, which means when I'm doing hand sewing, it's a little bit of a control issue. Doing cross stitch, it's not, thank goodness. Anyway, on the Friday that we were there, I got to spend the day stitching with some friends. Kay Dunlap from Kansas City met us at the hotel. She stayed at the same hotel we were in. And she and I drove out to Shauna's house, Stitching and Doodah. Shauna and Donna were hosting us for the day. And we got to meet several new people. We got to spend time with old friends. Kay and I have been friends for, I don't know how long, Kay, a couple of years now. Shauna and Donna I met at the first StitchCon, which was over a year ago. And met a couple of new friends, Tammy Maddox, who comments on my videos, and Felicia, who sat at our table with us. She is Ozark Mountain Stitcher, and on not videos, but on Instagram. Yeah, I'm not really good with Instagram, but I'm trying, y'all. I'm working on it. Sometimes my brain takes a while to get new things for me. It's not new for y'all, it's just new for me. Several more people that were stitching. I think there were about 20 of us, but I don't know all the names. I was introduced, of course, but we were in 2 different rooms, so I didn't catch on to all the names. But we had a wonderful time. It was a beautiful view of the lake. It was a great time stitching. We laughed and talked and chatted, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going back to Missouri tomorrow, be traveling again, driving up to Jefferson City to my sister's house. I'm going to stay there until Sunday, hoping that she and Mike will take a couple of days off from their caregiving duties. I'm going to stay with my Aunt Joyce while they do that. And usually when I'm at Joyce's, I get a good bit of time for stitching because she, as I've said before, she's not well and she sleeps a lot. So normally she doesn't get up until about noon, and I can stitch in the mornings. And then my afternoons I try to spend with her, and she goes to bed pretty early, about 7 o'clock. So then I have some evening time as well. So I'm hoping to get a bunch of stitching done these next few days while I'm up there. I had a giveaway last time for this pattern, I Bring Thee Joy, Pineberry Lane. I stitched it and loved it. It was a lot of fun. Loved those white trees. And the random comment picker chose Brenda H. Brenda, I have replied on your comment. But if you've not seen that, if you would please email me. My email address is in the little information box under that last video. And it will be in this one as well. If you would email me with your mail information, your last name, your address, and all that sort of thing, then I'll get this pattern in the mail to you. It will probably be next week because, like I said, I'll be gone until Sunday. And I told you last time I was very close to 4,000 subscribers. In fact, I remember distinctly saying, "What are you people thinking?" But please know that I cherish all my subscribers, and I love having you here to visit with me. I did go over 4,000. I think I was up to 4,015 or something like that. So I'm going to have another giveaway, and I'm going to do what I did for my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. At that point, I gave a $30 gift certificate to the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. This time, because it's 44,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a $40 gift certificate to the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. So, if you are interested in that, she does have an online shop. I would like for you to comment below. Tell me, let's see, how hot is it where you are? Is it really hot, or are you having a nice summer? So just anything about the summer and the heat and whatever. Please know that if you are not in the United States, you are welcome to enter this. However, I know your postage is sometimes quite steep, and that will have to be figured into the $40 gift certificate when you get in touch with Ann at the Shepherd's Needle if you happen to win this. I hope that made sense. Okay, picked up a few new things. I seem to have gotten, y'all, I'm just, every alphabet that I see, I want it. I just love stitching letters. And y'all know I'm going to show you my whips in a minute. And the two that I've worked on in this last week or two since I videoed have both been alphabets. And I just am gravitating towards those. They usually happen in samplers, of course, which sends me that way. I picked up this one, which is the prayer, Our Father, from My Big Toe Designs. I'm going to try to get closer with that. There. I love the colors in this. I will probably try to use exactly what they did. If I don't have something, I don't mind substituting, but I really like the way this turned out. They stitched this on, let me see, where's the fabric? Lakeside linens, pecan butter, and I know I don't have any of that, so I'll have to make another trip up to the Shepherd's Needle. This one is called Sarah Eliza Livermore 1819. It's from Noteworthy Needle, and this one uses, it looks, let me see what it says, 40 Count Luna by Lakeside Linens, and the thread is mascara from Weeks Dye Works. I will probably use mascara, but I will not be using a 40 count. I can do 40 count, but it is not easy for me. It requires a lot of light, a lot of magnification, and I like to be able to do them when it's not quite so difficult for me to see them. So I will probably go down to a 32 on that. And then I did something totally insane. I said, don't ever say you will or you won't do something, because it always ends up being different. I said I would never buy a Hands Across the Sea sampler, but I did. Mary Clayton. Now this one is not an alphabet. It's just a sampler, and it's gorgeous. It is the simplest one that I think I've seen of their patterns. It's so pretty. Of course, she usually stitches hers on a pretty high count. This is on a 36, it says. I may try to do a 36. I do stitch on 36 sometimes. And this does use silks, but I don't imagine that I will do that, because there are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 colors. So probably not so much. That's a little pricey for me. I will probably use DMC, or I will substitute some other things that I might have, some overdyes or even some silks. I don't mind mixing silks and overdyes. I don't mind that at all. I kind of like it. On our way up to Branson, I stopped in at the Stitcher's Garden in Conway, which is about 30 miles northwest of Little Rock, and it's right on our way. I stopped in there because they have just doubled their shop size, and well, maybe more than doubled. I don't know. It looks huge. I did not go through the whole thing because my husband was sitting in the car waiting for me, but I did stop in just to kind of say hello and support them, because I want all of our local needlework shops to do well. And I saw on their wall a model. This is an old pattern, and it's by Rosewood Manor, and it's called Barnwood Buttons. Isn't that cute? I don't know, it just intrigued me. It uses, I believe it was Weeks Dye Works linen thread, and it calls for 5 skeins. They did not have 5, so I did not buy the thread. I'll get that at the Shepherd's Needle next time I'm there. They did have the button pack for that, but y'all, it was $62, and I'm sorry. I have a million buttons. Surely to goodness, I can find some pretty enough buttons to use in this. They do have a butterfly one on here, and I know some of those buttons were mother of pearl, and they were well worth $62. I just didn't feel like I could pay $62. That's a lot for one piece for a button pack. Anyway, don't you love that? I've forgotten now what fabric this was on. Barnwood. It needs to be a dark pattern. This was a 32 count, which is probably what I will do. It needs to be dark for that linen thread to show up. Oh wait, I did not do Barnwood. I did buy fabric though for that one, and here's what I bought. Murky. I think linen will show up really pretty on that. It's a long piece. This is how long. Now I do 3-inch. You can't even see it all. Huh. I do 3-inch borders, so it did make it pretty long. Excuse me, just a minute, I dropped something. I always hesitate to bend down there and pick things up because this chair rolls. I can just see it going right out from under me. And then I picked up, I've done 2 or 3, I think maybe, of the word plays, but I did not have October, which is my birth month. Is that upside down for you? No. So I picked up October. Maybe I'll get that stitched before my birthday, but I rather doubt it. And one more alphabet, of course. This one is called, it's by Brenda Gervais, and it's called L. Genders 1875. Very simple, very simple. That should be a really fast one. I do have a spool that I could roll that on. And I think that may be what I do. Anyway, loved that one too. At Quilts and Quilts, I told you I bought a wool kit. This one is Woolly Block Adventure 2018 is what it says on here. Look at that rabbit. Isn't that cute? I think I liked it a lot because of the crazy quilting right here. The wool is put together with extra special stitches, I call them. That's a lot of little bitty leaves, but they only stitched right through the center of the leaf. A couple of stitches, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. And then I ordered this bag from Diana Kismet Stitches. Look at those chickens. Cute, cute, cute. Where is one? I want to show you the face on one of them. Look, it's kind of this one. Look here at this little chicken right here. Look at her face. I don't know if you could see that good, but she's kind of like a deer caught in the headlight. Diana is one of the sweetest people I know and one of the most generous. And I know she knows how much I love alphabets, so she sent me this pattern to go with this bag. It's a chicken and it's got an alphabet on it. Isn't that cute? So that project's going to reside in that bag for right now. I may go ahead and kit that up. I may take that to Jefferson City with me. My friend Kay, I told you I met her in Missouri, brought me a couple of gifts. She brought me this pattern that she had started, and honestly, she's almost stitched the whole thing. But it is a pattern of the old State House, which is in Little Rock. I've been there many times over the years. And she decided she wasn't going to finish it. She had started it for someone that she has, who has either passed away or she's lost contact with her. I'm not sure which of those. But this is how much of it she's gotten stitched, which is really a lot. There's another tree, a little bit more up here. Anyway, I'm excited to be able to do that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. And she had it in this little bag. Look at that. I forget what those are called. I've made one of those before a long time ago, but I gave it away. Now, let's see what else. She brought me something else, but I'll get to it in a minute. Oh, these are my finishes. Lottie Dawes pattern. I'm stitching several of these. It's hard to see. It's really dark. It's an initial, and I've done 2 or 3. I think I've shown you those. This one is an N. I did it all in red so that the bird would look like a cardinal. I did that one on, it's a 28 count apple blossom something. I don't know what that is. I think it was just a sample a leftover piece that I picked up at the Shepherd's Needle. And 310, which you know I finished the last time, I have stitched him again because that one was for my sister, so I needed one for myself. So that's him. And then I have a couple of whips that I'll show you my progress on. I don't remember, honestly, whether I have stitched any more. I think I have on books of the Bible. But even if I haven't, you need to see it again. I'm almost through with this border up here. And then I will go back down and start I finished up Acts, the book of Acts, and I will go from there down. I think that I am more than halfway. I know that I am more than halfway, actually, because there's the halfway mark and I'm farther. So that I have been trying to work on Sundays, but the last few Sundays I've just not been able to get to that. And then the one I've worked on the most is, well, I'll show you this first. This is the other gift that Kay brought me. A bag, a little vinyl bag. This is made by Mama Joan, and it's the 300th anniversary of New Orleans. Kay is from Louisiana, and that's where Jerry and I did the brunt of our mission work, so this is really special to me. We love Louisiana and all the people there. I've been working on Birds of a Feather and Alphabet. It's just called Alphabet Sampler. And it has a sweet little border and then 2 crows at the bottom. I did change the fabric and the colors of the threads. I'm using silks for this one. I don't remember where I was the last time that I showed it to you, but I am down through, I'll move my needle minder here a little bit. There. Now, this is how far I have gotten. The top border, I'm working my way down the sides, and I'm almost through with the 3rd line of the alphabet, and I believe there are only 5 lines on this pattern, but then the 2 crows below. So again, I am a little over halfway on this one. No, probably exactly halfway if I go by looking at this. That's been a really fun stitch. I liked it. I like it a lot. I like those silks that I'm using. I like the variegation in them. There's really quite a bit, and it almost looks busy at first, but I think I'm going to put it in a black frame, but I think when I do that, it's going to pull out the black a little bit. I don't know, maybe I don't want to do black. I'll have to think about that. But I like the variegation in the green. There are only 3 colors in this. There's this sort of gold flower that's in there every once in a while, and then the green. That's just one color of green. It's just very variegated. Okay, I think that's all that I have today. Don't forget to put something about summer, how hot it is, in your comment below so that you'll be entered for the giveaway. I don't know how long I'm going to run that until I make the next video, which should be about 2 weeks, I think. It might be a little bit sooner, depends on what's going on. Like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday. I have to be back on Sunday. I'm co-teaching a Bible study class on Mondays, 2 of them actually, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So when you're the teacher, they want you to be there. And then I think after that, I think things are going to slow down a little bit at my house. Be a little calmer. I say that. I should not say that. I should not say that. Because you know, as soon as you do, it all goes haywire. All right, y'all. I think that's all that I've got today. I hope that you are having a wonderful start to your week and that you get lots of stitching done. And I hope that you come back to see me next time. Bye-bye.